plaintiff, Sierra Lett, dated the defendant's son, and she says the defendant believes her son can do no wrong. Sierra claims after the defendant's son punched her and crushed her finger, he then vandalized her car, and the defendant condoned his behavior. She's suing for damaged property and emotional distress. Defendant Tanya Lilly says if her son was still dating Sierra, she wouldn't be in court today. Tanya claims Sierra tried to buy her son's love, and she's countersuing because she claims Sierra vandalized her car.
Start with you.
This is my boyfriend's mother. To give you some background on it, this woman believes that her son can do no wrong. Everything that he does, he gets a slap on the wrist and keeps it moving. She takes care of his kids, she does his laundry, she helps him aid in the bedding.
How old is he?
27. Yes. Yes, her oldest and firstborn baby. Always gonna be her baby. First off, when I was in a short relationship with her son, and it involved her every step of the way.
How so?
Every argument we had, it was brought to her attention. The incident of the first incident at hand when it comes to my car, when he did do the damages to my car, he called her to come help him when I called the police on him. It was a domestic abuse case.
To help him get out of jail?
Yes, to help him from going to jail because he's currently on parole. That's the reason why he's not here. He called her to come whisk him away before the police came.
Oh.
My mom, I called my mom because he was following me to the gas station where we were, Plymouth and Greenfield. So when I got to the gas station, yes, in Detroit. Right by my house.
That's right by where I grew up. Half a mile down in Herman Gardens.
Oh, but I didn't know that.
I did. You know I grew up in, see, gets points.
I'm sure my witness knows everything about you.
It's no longer called the Herman Gardens Project. It's called the Garden View Estates. They rebuilt them. And named the street after me, by the way.
Yes, they did.
He was there at the street named me.
Yep.
I'm bragging, but I'm humble. Go ahead. So, Plymouth and Greenfield, where some of everything can go down, what happened?
Yeah, I ran to the gas station with my car after he snatched kicked it, put a dent in it, and snatched all the door handles off of it. I finally got into my car, and I drove me and my daughter to the gas station waiting my mother. Me not knowing that he called his mother to come pick him and his daughter up as well. When we got to the gas station, me and him was arguing like cats and dogs still. My mom pulled up and jumped out the car like, what the hell is going on? The defendant pulls up and she's asking the same thing, but when my mom went to flag down a police officer that was driving down the street, she told her son, get the hell in the car, pushed him in the car, and took off.
Ma'am, let me hear from you.
The reason we're here today, if it wasn't for Sierra and Derek, if they were still together, we wouldn't be here. Sierra, she really bought my son. Derek met her on Friday. Monday, he pulls up in a fairly new car. Where you get this car? Oh, this girl I met let me use it. One, you work at the plant at Chrysler. Why are you letting somebody who don't work drive your car? So therefore, I fought her at that. Okay, I told him you don't need to drive her car. I told her he didn't need to drive her car.
Did she tell you that?
She told me that he didn't need to drive my car.
Go ahead.
She gives him money whenever she chooses.
And he didn't work at all?
No. Hello. And I don't agree with it.
You say you don't agree with his lifestyle?
I think everybody should work. If you want money, you need money, you got to survive, you should work. I don't care who it is.
Did you
my
tell
son.
him that?
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense. Go ahead.
Later on that day, me and him spoke on the phone. It was, don't call the police. You can work it out. And I'm like, no, dude, my car is messed up. You crazy? And I'm jumped on. He abused me that day. We got into...
How so?
I got punched in the face. I got my finger crushed and bitten by this man. And when I showed her, she showed, a little bit of remorse. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but did you hit Scooter? That's his family name. And I said, yeah, I hit him back from when he hit me. And she said, oh, well, that's where you made the mistake at, because Scooter is going to be Scooter. And if you hit Scooter, if a girl hits Scooter, Scooter's going to hit that girl back. So when I got him locked up, it was letters back and forth between me and him and words between me and her, because at the time we were moving together. So I was living in her house with him that he wasn't supposed to be staying in. And while he was locked up, it was conversations of, I'll help you out with getting your car fixed, because we need to get her son out of jail. So that's what I did. I went to the parole office, which she took me, and I dropped my case.
Why?
She was gonna help pay for my car, yeah. And I loved the dude, I did.
Okay.
So I got him out. That week, wasn't even a whole month in that house. That week, I kept talking to Tanya like, you know, what's going on with your son? He got these women calling, and it's a bunch of women going on. Is he doing this? Is he doing that? She knows nothing. The day of the second incident, he asked to use my car, and he was gonna pick me back up from work. So I told him, don't be late, and I let him use my car. Hour and a half, couple hours before that, he called me, said he had a girl called him, said she got pregnant. Me and him got into a fight on the phone. I'm like, dude, not only do I got broads calling me, but now I got this. And my car still ain't fixed. Your mama ain't helped me with no money. Your mama ain't giving me nothing. You ain't giving me nothing. So I'm pissed off. I told him to come up here, sit in the parking lot, wait for me to get off. I get off in an hour, I want my car. Instead of him doing that, he goes with the witness and leaves my car at her house, apparently, and comes and picks me up with her in the car. I mean, it was all hype. Everybody talking, drinking, smoking, having fun. And as soon as we get on her block to where my car is, everybody get quiet. And the first thing that comes out of Scooter's mouth is, why is the gas tank open? I'm like, what do you mean, why is the gas tank open? Did you get some gas? Did you forget? Oh, no, I ain't get nothing. I ain't get no gas. So I get out the car and walks to my car. And both of my tail lights are busted out. Both of my rearview mirrors were busted out, my wipers was torn off, and there was sugar in my tank. And now I'm on 12. I'm even more pissed off, and I'm screaming in front of Tanya and him, what am I supposed to do now? And the only thing you could tell me is to calm down on her block, because she got police, that her neighbors are called the police, and you help pay for these damages.
Did he physically assault you?
Not this time.
Okay. Now tell me about this abuse, the first instance where he allegedly physically abused her and maliciously destroyed her car or harmed her car.
Okay, Derek called me. He said me and Sierra got into it. I wasn't there. So I'm knowing my son is on parole. My whole thing, you know, you need to get away from the situation. You don't need to I don't agree with him putting his hands on anybody. I don't know what
Police weren't
happened.
there yet.
No.
So if nothing else, you want him to get away to stop him from going further than he already had gone.
Or any altercations breaking out. They arguing. Her mother, I didn't even know who her mother was. She comes out of nowhere, high speed, and hits Derek with her car. And I screamed, so he got like jammed between the pump and her truck. They started tugging at my car, hitting my car, and kicking my car. So I do drives off. The police get behind me. I stops for the police. They flagged me to go on. I go on. She finally catch up.
Your son was in the car?
Yes.
And they just say, go.
They said, go on. Go on. Go on. Because I guess they said this is just a mess. So therefore, her mother catches up with me, and she said, tell Derek to give Sierra her stuff. And I said, okay. And she said, we can just go on.
Let's get to why you're suing her for the car damages.
I'm suing her for the car damages because the first incident to get him out of jail, it was, you can stay at my house and I'll help you pay for this car. You get my son out of jail.
If you do not press charges.
If I don't press charges.
Okay, so that was the deal that you made with her. And obviously she didn't do it?
No, she didn't.
And that's why you're suing her?
Exactly.
And the emotional distress is because of what happened at the gas station or what?
No. During the incident of the second one, Derek, her son, told me that he got into an altercation or he knew who it was that
did she do?
She did
nothing.
I'm sorry.
Right.
She told me that she was going to pay.
Hold on. What did she do?
She told me she was going to pay for my car, and then she didn't. And when I called her numerous times and texted her,
so that's the emotional distress, non-payment.
She wouldn't. I mean,
that's the emotional distress.
Yes.
Her not paying you.
Yes. I mean,
all right. You want to say something, ma'am? State your name.
My name's Charlie.
What do you want to tell me?
I'm Sierra's mother. The emotional distress, at numerous occasions, Miss Lewis would call and
she
tell
told
my
me
daughter.
What the emotional distress, ma'am. You have anything else you want to tell me?
My daughter had to go to the hospital 3 times.
Ma'am, that was because of what her son did. Do you want to tell me anything other than emotional distress?
The incident at the gas station. When I pulled up and arrived at the gas station, Miss Lewis was telling my daughter that she shouldn't have been hitting on him, and it was very well. My daughter was bloody. The door.
Did you tell your daughter she shouldn't have dropped the charges?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But you did it anyway?
Me.
Yes.
In exchange for her promise?
I threw her out because she was listening to Miss
she wasn't listening
I threw my daughter out. That's why my daughter had to go back.
With her.
And I have a statement.
As soon as she dropped the charges, I put her out.
Okay.
Where
all right, you did right. Tough love. You did right.
Me and Sierra, she never kept calling me about no money.
Ma'am, did you agree to fix the car in exchange for her to drop charges?
Called me, no, sir. She called me. What Sierra was calling me for is to give me money to retain an attorney and to send him money. I got.
She gave you that money?
She gave me $600.
Did you pay for an attorney?
I gave her $600 to pay for the attorney to get him out when she turned around and said she was going to help pay.
Why would you do that?
I helped him get out because
and now you want to sue her. Car damages. How did she damage your car?
How she did in the altercation on Plymouth, both of them was banging on my car. Her mother initially kicked my car and made a dent.
All right, you have evidence of that?
Yes. Right here, where it's highlighted, sir.
All right, let's see it.
The police told me...
Rita states she was at the above location, pulled into the gas station at high speed with her vehicle, then got out of her vehicle and started to kick the passenger rear fender, causing damage to the vehicle. You have an estimate or a picture, or show me where it occurred?
Pictures.
All right.
They go to estimate.
And when was this?
And then there's the pictures.
The door.
No. Ma'am, you need to stay out of it like she needed to stay out of it. I don't know who did what, but what I do know is that she is suing her, and then she got the man out of jail. How are you going to get this man out of jail after he has beat you, destroyed your car, and now you want to sue her? I'll grant you. I'll grant you your judgment for $450. I believe she kicked your car. Your claim is dismissed. And this is their problem, her and your son, and you shouldn't be a part of it, and neither should you. Judgment for the counterclaim.
It's good. Let's see your get that. Let's see you get it. Let's see you get it. I'm gonna just go ahead and get your son, and they gonna find
next time
it.
sue him, not me.
Happens,
not me.
Well, stop saying you gonna pay for your son's mistakes. Your son, you pay for your son's mistakes. You wash his clothes. You do everything for your son. You gonna sit up there and act like you ain't do nothing.
I bet you I ain't gonna give him my money.
I
bet you that.
You a lying.
I bet you I'm not gonna give him my money. I bet you that.
You allow everything you own, and I hope to God he strike your ugly down.
Oh, you look like a man. Are you serious?
I look like a man. I knock that wig off your head, you raggedy. You don't know me, and I know where you stay. You don't know where I stay, but I know where you stay.
Go home, your jail-based son.